You're listening to an All Games Radio Network broadcast of AllGames.com.
AllGames.com.
Hi, this is Normie from Knuckleballer Radio and Zombie Cast, and you're listening to one of my favorite shows on the Geeky Antics Network. Don't forget to check out the rest of the gang over at geekyantics.net. Warning, there might be rants and food ahead and possibly inappropriate behavior. Don't tell anybody though.
And welcome back, geeks, gamers, ninjas, robots, and everybody else. It's HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, July 14th, 2016. This is episode 135, maybe titled The One Filled with News and Did You Knows? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, we're going to beat this, Wait a minute. Are we still doing this again?
Oh no! I kept doing it to make you psych you out.
Okay, so now that we all know that the asshole on the other end is Yogi Zilla, none other than the man himself. You're still a bear lizard or whatever the fuck you're calling yourself right now. But what's up, dude?
What's up?
I know I missed last week.
I kept the E3 thing in there to scare you. Like,
yeah,
more E3?
You're a dick. I do apologize for last week, guys. I really do. I was laying, my wife was not feeling well, so she was laying in bed, and I would just like, hey, I haven't done this in a while, so I laid with her, and, just had some little cuddle time. Well, I fell asleep. I woke up around 12:30. So if you guys were actually live here, I got up and I was like, oh, shit, and then I come up and I started texting in chat, or typing in chat, and he's like, oh, there he is. And then I just never got on because the show was almost over anyway. So, but sorry for missing, guys. But I am back this week, yay! But of course, like I said before, he's here every week, even when I'm not the man with Yogizilla. PP Touch, I guess the PP Touch Master.
PP Touch Master. That is my official title now. Yes.
You're listening to the PP Touch Master on Tuna Radio.
Tuna. I was gonna say something, and I completely brain farted.
I'll say it for you. Ready? Something.
Yeah, that was it. How did you know? How did you know?
Now, next week, I can say maybe a little bit, but next week we are going to probably have, depending on his work schedule, we're going to have Blades with us. He's still being called Fatal, but we're kind of getting away from that Fatal part. But Blades will be with us, none other than you guys know him, Fatal Blades, Oolong. He'll probably go. I'll try to get him here with us next week because he'll have his own mic.
Oh yeah.
Most of you guys know if you guys
getting jiggy with it,
right? Most of you guys know if you guys were watching my Twitter. Went down to get him last week, and we had a ball. We got some videos in the works right now. We got some awesome Hearthstone. Some Tavern Brawl came out today that was badass. Or yesterday, that was just badass we had going on. Plus, we have the video.
That thing's hilarious. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I loved it. Plus, we have a video of the trip. I have a video. I took 8 hours worth of the whole way down there. I left during the day, so I made sure I had 8 hours worth of video time until it got, dark. So I left here around 4:30, 3:30, 4 o'clock Eastern time, and got there right around 10, 11, maybe 11:30. So it was like I got some it was like a dash cam for 8 hours driving down the road. I got some really comical stuff too. So be prepared to look for that. I know that's gonna be on initially. It's gonna be on Top Star Esports on YouTube. So you guys go check them out. Give us a follow too, so you guys know when we'll have videos coming out. Ha! I just plugged myself. Yay!
That's what she said?
Yes, every night.
I just plugged myself.
Hi, Bobby.
Anyway, but so look forward to that, guys, and of course, yeah, I don't know. I just had to say it. I haven't been here in a week, so I figure I'd get going with what what I forgot to didn't say last week. So.
Well, you know, this show is the voice of Geeky Antics Network and all our friends and family. So this is, if there's any place to plug yourself, it's here.
Right, definitely.
Just don't be too rough, because if you plug yourself too much, you know, you might need some Vagisil or something.
I love it when you talk dirty, you silly sucker.
I like the hesitation there, like Vagisil, what the hell are we talking about?
Are you talking about your poo nanny? Are you talking about your poo nanny? I'm going home.
I thought that would keep you around longer.
You're dirty.
I
can't believe you did that.
Oh yeah, this is how you derail a show completely.
Yeah, just have me do a bunch of bullshit, man. Anyway, in case I'm not reading this shit again, they know it's fucking dubstep. You guys want to know what our intro and outro is? Go to technoax.com. That's techno with a K. Go listen to all this shit. Look up. I'm gonna give you 2 songs real quick. Jetlag Dubstep and Robot Bunny. Go look them up. That's our intro outro. Thanks.
But don't use it on your shows if you do a podcast. You know, it wouldn't be very original since we've been using it from the beginning. Not that it's officially ours. I mean, it's
there's thousands. There's thousands of freaking guys. If you can't find something and you have to use Jetlag Dubstep and Robot Bunny for your intro or outro, then you're sad. Like you didn't do any research whatsoever. That's on that. I mean, I'm just being real. Like
yeah, and
that's
if you go through our back catalog, we've had other themes, and we've we've made our own themes too. But for some reason, Jetlag Dubstep and Robot Bunny just feel right. Like there's a few episodes in our back catalog where we have some background music, like kind of peppered throughout the episode, and it's nice. Every now and then I put some background music, but as far as like intro and outro, it's the Techno Wax, yo. Something about it it just hits all the notes, man.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like just perfect for our show. I mean, there's a song. There's one of the Techno X. Let me get it real quick. There's one of the Techno X musics that's perfect for our NSFW show, which is I'm not gonna tell you, but you'll hear it on Saturday if you actually. He's got to work. He's got to work on Saturday. So NSFW will actually be on Sunday this week. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be doing it. We have some. I'll tell you guys later about the few little changes with NSFW. We're still going to be uploading fairly, a bunch, but we're more than likely going to be doing, like 1 episode a month, live episode. But I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on with that later. But tonight in this show, in HorsePLAY Live, I'm back, so we're going to catch up on what we missed last week. And apparently, Scrolls is still going. We have no idea why. It's supposed to be shut down.
Hey, don't say that. It's good.
So we're going to talk about that for a bit and how it compares to Hearthstone and other TCG, CCG games. Hearthstone's a lot better. That's just how it is. As you guys know, I've been playing hours upon hours a day of Hearthstone, so I'm kind of pro Hearthstone right now.
I wouldn't say one's better than the other because they're similar. They have the same basis, but Scrolls has a lot more depth. Like, there's a lot more stuff going on in Scrolls, and sometimes you don't want to deal with that because you gotta not. It's not just a card game, but you also have to worry about like how you place and move your units. You know, imagine if Hearthstone allowed you to shuffle around your minions and there was more mechanics based around your positioning. I mean, there are some rules in Hearthstone, like, for example, all your passives proc from left to right. So it's important in that manner, right?
Right.
Positioning to an extent matters, but you don't think about it as much.
But if you're playing a Death Rattle N'Zoth deck, or if you're playing a Zulok deck, or even some Shaman decks, you positioning is very key. Like I play a lot of Zulok. I play a lot of Wind Fury Shaman, which is actually decently strong, right now.
Oh yeah.
I play lots of Cthulhu Priest, Golden Cthulhu Priest, not regular Cthulhu, but Golden Cthulhu Priest, which involves like about 7 legendaries in the deck that I pulled from card packs earlier. So, which that video's coming out too. So, but it's one of those things where you have to have the exact right cards for it, or it just doesn't work. It's kind of like a zoo deck. If you don't have the Voidwalkers in your zoo deck, you're screwing yourself because that's turn 1 taunts, 1/3s. Why not?
Yeah.
So
it depends. I mean, there's lots of ways you could do it.
Hey, I got some more news, dude.
What's that?
Anyway, oh joy! I've been informed that we have tons of news, and we do. I have some news too. And we'll put the Top Star Esports stuff in there, and then we'll actually give some news about the NSFW. The gang is cooking up some great stuff, guys. We'll catch up with you on the what? You're retarded. Remember
on our latest happenings.
Yeah, haps. Okay, I get it now. I'm like, what the? You're trying to fool me again, so I'm not even reading it. Definitely.
Use a little shorthand, that's all.
Yeah. Now, remember when we were hardcore about Hearthstone and League of Legends? Well, I'm still hardcore about Hearthstone. League of Legends can suck a dick. But, in case you didn't catch the theme... Wink.
I want to say, though, for a little while, you said F you to Hearthstone. I remember distinctly.
No, I wasn't saying F you to Hearthstone. I was saying I'm not playing Hearthstone right now. Because I just didn't want to. Now that for the fact that... I mean, I got a Tavern Brawl in Detroit in a month. Which is a small... if you guys know what Tavern Brawls are, small tournaments. I got another one in September in Lansing. There's another one in we're...
You talking about the Fireside Gatherings.
Yeah, not Tavern Brawl. Firesides, yes, my bad. There's another Fireside in Chicago that we're actually going to go to. So...
yeah, those are cool.
Which all these guys, these are all tournaments. Like, so we're going to be with Firebat. We're going to be... Hope to God it'll get in the first round. But it's just a lot of these things where we're actually going to go out there, and I believe Blades is going to be playing. I'm going to be playing. We're actually going to be, I don't know if we'll be able to enter the same tournaments as both TSE, but we'll see what happens, and we'll see what's going on. Maybe we'll enter one as Geeky Antics or some shit. Depends on if Yogi pays us.
Yeah, that's not happening. I can barely keep up with the bills right now. That's why I haven't been around as much. It's like, well,
I know.
I would love to play some games, but gotta sort out some issues.
Yeah.
But
hey, I'm just giving you shit. By the way, guys, if you're new to the show, welcome to the gang.
Woo!
It wasn't a woo, dude. It was a yay weebo. What the? You're freaking it all up tonight, man.
I wasn't feeling the weebo tonight. Yeah. I felt like doing the woo.
Of course, the gang is what we effectively call our community at Geeky Antics. Hashtag Geeks Unite. HorsePLAY Live replay, or HorsePLAY Live is where geeks come to play, and 9 times out of 10 I fuck up. We'll go 10 out of 10. Yeah. We are the flagship talk radio show for Geeky Antics Network in collaboration with AllGames.com, Tangent Bound Network, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, and many, many more, guys. Maybe not many, but more. Our show covers all the aspects of geek culture with a special focus on Indian strategy games. technologies, rants, issues that geeks face, and of course community events that we try to put on or just at least just be a part of. Did I mention we rant? Yeah, I did. We rant a lot. No, we don't rant. Yeah, we do. Sometimes we even talk about tabletop and retro gaming and food. Really, if we're not talking about food on Horseplay, it's just one of those things. Horseplay. Yeah, right. It's if we're not talking about food on this show, it's based something like one of us is sick or something. Really, because either I'll bring up food and Yogi, oh my God, don't do that. I'm so hungry. Blah blah blah. Or he'll bring up food or something, and I'll go, ugh, I think I'm about to get sick, just because of whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yogi, tell him a little bit more about the show.
Well, we are a late night show, so we tend to be sleep deprived.
And we drink a lot.
Inebriated, yeah.
I just...
I'm keying off what you said, and
right.
We're live. That's a very important thing. So, because we're live, it's raw. There's gonna be some mistakes, no matter how experienced we are, and crazy things can and will happen. We may say something offensive. We may go off on a rant about food or a tangent about cute cats or weird things we saw in our neighborhoods, or how crappy people will park for no reason whatsoever. But it's all in the name of fun. That's why the name's Horseplay. It's not about furries or MLP. It's about the shenanigans.
Oh, it's not? Shit.
And that's what I was gonna mention. So we were talking about what game were you talking about? It made me think about it. Now I lost it again, but it made me think about Pokemon Go, and it's this weird but Pokemon Go is like in Hearthstone. I think they're like the Fireside guy. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It makes me think about Pokemon Go. It's like this weird thing where you don't realize how big it is until you venture out into new places, and then you realize it's much bigger than you think. I haven't been taken over by the Pokemon Go craze as much because what I realized with Pokemon Go, if you have a pretty strong routine and you don't really break out of it, it's not that fun. And I'm not really the kind of guy that likes to explore. I like my time more than anything. Hey, kitty.
Right.
Give me some lovin's.
I have something I have a 5-year-old that's infatuated with it. So basically, I drive around town, and I say, get Daddy some Pokemon, and Cam will catch all of them.
See, that's cool. Yeah.
And then we'll stop on the side of the road, and we'll do the spinner, and then we'll go to there's one right down the road, and we'll go to a Pokemon spot, do some battles, figure out, have some fun, and then we'll leave. It's something that me and my kid we just get. I mean, I'm 35 years old. He's 5. I mean, there's 30 years difference, and there's a game that we can play together and we enjoy together. Yeah, I don't drive around there's actually drivers for Uber that say, if you call me and I drive you around, it's just so much for 3 hours or 2 hours, and they just drive you around town getting Pokemon.
Oh
stopping at stops and everything. They got
everybody's
Uber
cashing
drivers
in.
doing it. Hell yeah, dude.
There's cafes, there's even churches getting up in it. It's such a massive business opportunity. The thing is, this is not the first time something like this has been done. There was Zombies Run, which we covered. We were one of the first people to cover that game, and we got tons of hits off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ingress. Ingress is actually the same company that does Ingress, does Pokemon Go. And it's just interesting because what it is really is it's a massive opportunity for local businesses and just tourism, different kind of companies to pay to get listed and drive traffic. Yep. So these people may not come in there to go to church or to buy something, but it's still foot traffic that's gonna gain attention. If you go to a bar to collect the Pokemon, you see other people do the same thing, and then you hit it off. I mean, there's people making friends off of this. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. People running into each other in the street and taking random pictures and doing flash mobs. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
So, Tiger Claw, thanks for that, because I cannot think what it was. TC with the save. I was like, there was something I wanted to mention with the segue. See? Tangents. HorsePLAY Live. Thank you.
I got a new beer today. and I didn't even know it existed until I saw it in a dollar store at a Dollar General. I know you know what a Dollar General is. But it's not. It's called not. Well, because Dollar General's everywhere, but it's called not your father's root beer.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, this shit is good. It's like a spiced rum, not spiced rum, but it's like a spiced root beer, literally with alcohol in it. It's fucking awesome.
I forgot when I first discovered that. They have other ones too.
Like I'm gonna order a case of this shit. Like,
yeah,
I
it's good
can't-
stuff.
Like I'm not gonna go buy 6-packs from the fucking dollar store because they're $9.99 a piece. So I'm not gonna do that. But
It's light on the alcohol, but it tastes good, so it doesn't matter.
it's 6%, but it tastes just like root beer with an alcohol aftertaste. That's it. I mean, it's great. It's got like it's spiced. Let's see, beer with natural vanilla extract, other natural and
Oh.
artificial flavors, and caramel color.
Oh man, I love root beer. So like alcohol root beer, yes. I think the first time I discovered that was on Tadpog. Tyler and Dave played old games. I always plug them because they crack me up. Like I'm telling you, if you haven't listened to it yet, Obi, those guys they're like our counterparts. You know, like they're even worse than us sometimes with the tangents they go off on.
Well, maybe I should go join their show. It says this
Hey!
beer.
Obi, those guys, they're
This-
is root beer really beer without alcohol? No. Root beer has different ingredients. Like Obi said, it's got the caramel and the vanilla extract. The big part of it.
Right, but it
He said it does. Tiger Claw said it. They don't taste good. It depends on root beer, but it is an acquired taste. It's like root beer and cream soda. They both are acquired tastes.
Dude, I love it, man.
What does the label say, Obi?
I know.
Read it to us.
This is beer flavored with spices. We like to think of it as a dark spiced ale with vanilla and honey notes. Best served chilled or pour over glass ice, blah, blah, blah. Enjoy. But no, it's only 5.9 alcohol, 5.9% alcohol, 12 ounces. But I love it.
For some reason, I thought they were more like around 3 or 4%. I don't know why.
5.9. It says it
That's,
right on the
that's
label.
actually better than the average beer, actually.
Actually, no. The average beer is 5.7. So
Well, yeah, and light beer is less than that. Light beers are more around 3 or 4.
yeah,
At least
Tiger.
domestic.
Yeah, Tiger. I'm a pop guy too, or soda, I guess you call it. But I'm a pop guy too. Like I drink an incredible amounts of Mountain Dew. Like if you guys haven't, I've showed pictures on Twitter before, or maybe it was Instagram. I don't remember, of the piles of Mountain Dew bottles that I can produce in a day. But right now, myself, Blades, we're actually getting on a workout regimen. We got a fuck ton of supplements to start getting our bodies used to it. We're gonna go work out a little bit, and we're eating healthy every day, which is just something like So I'm cutting out a lot of that pop out. Yes, do I have a migraine right now? Yes, very much so. It hurts, but it's gonna be better for me in the long run if I can just get past that caffeine dependency. But
Yeah, the liquid calories are what sneak up on you because, you can go through liquid so fast and you don't really think about it. And
Well, see,
Yeah.
I drink probably a gallon of water a day because that's what I have to do with this the supplements that I have.
yeah.
And then because then I have like pre-workout, I have Cellucor. Props to them guys. Thank you very much for that shit, guys. Love you very much. And thanks to big shout outs to Bajira. If you guys haven't checked him out, check him out on Twitch. Thank you for the Cellucor, man. Appreciate it very much. But we got a big giant thing of pre-workout and then a Cellucor Whey, which is it's like a giant drum, like literally. It's fucking.
Oh, the whey protein.
Yeah, for post workout, and it's just like huge. And then I got a little bottle of Recover, for like when I sleep, my muscles won't hurt the next day and shit like that. So, but no, it's and of course we got the Cellucor through Bajira, but then we went on Amazon Prime Day, which was the 12th on Tuesday, and we bought more. So like it was like because it was like. Some of the stuff was like 90% off. Like it was great. So, big props out to you.
they've had a lot of sales now, and it's like this is like the worst time for sales for me. So it's like I can't do anything about it, but we'll tell everybody about it.
Right. Well, it's something to the point where I just, yeah, that's where we got, that's how we got everything so cheap. I mean,
Being
we spent
attacked
like
by a kitten.
we
right
spent
now.
a couple $100s. Well, we'll say a few $100s, and basically we saved 450. So we were right around, like, we saved more than we spent, which was awesome. So,
Oh yeah.
and we got a whole bunch of shit to where we got extra hard drives, or not hard drives, but mics, we got a soundboard, we got a whole bunch of stuff for the actual we got some stuff going on for TSC, and it was just great. It was huge. So guys, don't forget, Horseplay Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. GMT on Twitch channels Geeky Antics, and simulcasted the live uncut feed over at YogiZilla. So remember, Horseplay Replay is also available on Thursdays around 5 p.m. Eastern Time on allgames.com. This is all you have to do. It's very, very easy. You can even get it on your cell phone. It's easy. One more time. You guys helped us out, and you guys did it here last couple weeks ago. Thank you very much. I want you guys to do it again. Next Thursday.
Do it again.
Next Thursday, we're going to pop up. I'm going to send a tweet out again at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to allgames.com. 5 to 6, 10 minutes, guys. You can mute it, put it in the background. You don't even have to listen to it. Give us 5 minutes time of your time. We really appreciate it. And it's not really anything special, but it's like a numbers thing. It kind of lets us know that people are actually popping in and saying what's up, listening to a few minutes if they want to, and then taking off. We really appreciate that. We really, really do. So thank you very much.
I might start giggling like a schoolgirl randomly. Cause...
Hell yeah, you are. You stoned, bro?
No, because the thing is, I'm being attacked by a kitten. It's my son's cat, and he's back from school for the summer, and like his cat's taken to me. So like he's loving on me, but like it's like the worst time because he's like all up on the desk, throwing shit off the desk. He's on the keyboard. Like that was, he just typed in the chat. So there's gonna be a bunch of gibberish in the chat. Okay, buddy, go over here.
Nice. Now I do have a little Obi on the podium moment. If Blades was here, he could collaborate. The one thing, lately, I've been going through a lot of soul searching, right? I've been, saying, I'm gonna not let this shit fuck with my
soul searching. You're talking about catching Pokemon. Is that what you're really saying?
No. I don't do it. My son does.
Wink.
I really don't. I don't give a damn about the game. I could care less. The only reason that I am playing it, and yes, I'm enjoying it, but the only reason I am playing it is because my son wants to, which is, that's fine with me. But anyway, the one thing that grinds my gears when you guys are driving, okay, and you guys are just driving down the road, minding your own business, you're doing everything like you're supposed to, changing lanes, you're turning on a fucking turn signal, there you go. You're doing everything that you're supposed to. You're staying a safe distance away from the car in front of you. You're doing what you're supposed to do as a fucking driver. And then you see somebody hauling ass up behind you. And you're like, what the fuck? You're watching them. And all of a sudden, you have a little tiny space between you and the car that is in front of him in the other lane. So what does this jackass do? He speeds up as fast as he possibly can go, damn near rear-ending the guy in front of him, with no blinker, cuts in front of me. All I could do at that point was sit there and roll down my window, put some Dr. Dre 2001 in, and start singing or rapping him the song. Okay? If you guys know Dre, Dr. Dre, 2001. It's track 10.
If it's not the Chronic, I don't want to hear about it.
It is. That's track 4. That's the other bassy beat that I can get some good sound out of. And then I just started, and then I sat there and I turned on my music, and I looked at him. He looked at me, and I said, is your blinker broke? And he's like, nah. I was like, why don't you use that motherfucker? Well, then this guy is like, of course I'm a little upset, right? I'm like, dude, you just cut me off. You're going to cause an accident. Don't be a fucking dickhead. And this guy's like, okay, Dad. Okay, that pisses me off more than anything. You little smart mouth son of a bitch. Come here. Well, needless to know, these guys get all pissed off, and I'm starting to get frustrated at this point. Actually, no, I'm starting to get pissed off at this point. Needless to say, they tell me to get out of my car. Then they see me get out of my car, and I got a bump on my hip. And then the first thing they ask me is, what is that? And I say, my gun. And then they get in their car and leave. Where are you going? I didn't say I was going to pull it out on you.
That's a strange way to refer to your boner.
No, it's my gun. I carry a gun wherever I go.
I know.
I mean, it's not really that showable. That showable. Sometimes when I get out of the car and my seatbelt is crazy or it catches my shirt or whatever, I can get out of the car and my shirt be on top of my pistol grip, and that's what he saw. Well,
yeah, but honestly, a cheaper and faster way to end a fight is to have a boner. Just rub your junk real quick, come out with a boner, no one wants to mess with you. Little pro tip.
You could say you could say, like, man, all right, let's do this, and you come out with a freaking hard on and be like, what's wrong with you? I was trying to beat off driving down the road until you rudely interrupted me. Now let's do this so I can get finished. No, man, I'm good.
I mean, think about it. Like, then it's like one of those things where if they do throw a punch, you'd be like, oh yeah, pretend you like it, and they'll be like, this guy's crazy. I'm out of here. You know.
Or you say some shit like, "Oh, hit me harder."
Some S&M shit right there.
Hit it, Daddy. Hit it, Daddy.
It's like we play football or basketball, and you do shirts and skins, and it's like I don't like playing against the skins. I gotta be honest, because you always have that guy that's like, I swear, like they sweat vegetable oil. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah, that's nasty.
How are you so sweaty and greasy? Like we just started playing.
That's me, bro. I gotta say, that's me right there, dude. Because, like, if I have my shirt off, if I don't have something to catch it, it's just, I mean, I sweat like a crazy man.
Oh, I'm a sweaty bastard too, but, like, I'm talking about the guys that are, like, grease balls, and then on top of it, they are extra touchy-feely. It's, like, extra content. It's like, all right, the play's over. Get off of me.
Right.
Ugh. How come our grind our gear moments always seem to go back to like driving things? I've noticed a theme.
Because I drive, like, a lot of time, like, my day. Okay, my day consists of, I get up at 7 o'clock. Cam has a summer school thing that he's doing, so he actually gets ahead. Right? Because if he's ahead far enough by second grade, we're going to skip him to third. Right? Because second grade is the most useless grade in grade school. Because
I don't know, that finger painting is pretty compelling.
Second grade, all you do is go over first grade. Fourth grade, all you do is go over third grade again. Like, literally, that's all it is. I don't think we'd ever skip him unless he just turns out to be a fucking genius. I don't think we'd ever skip him too. But to have him to where he can go from second grade or from first grade to third grade, yeah, that might be a little bit detriment on like friends and stuff. But I think he'll appreciate it further in life. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, and I'll tell him straight up like I'm telling everybody else right now. Friends are not worth you being stupid. That's just, I mean, think about it. No friends in the world are worth me being held back and being so bored that I cause trouble in school.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
the weird
happened
thing
to me
about
when I
being
was in.
being too concerned with friends could also make you dumber. Because like sometimes you're around friends and it's like if I'm too smart around them, they're gonna feel like I'm being condescending. So now I need to be dumb or act dumb. Because that's the
Yeah,
thing.
because nobody wants to be, basically told every second of every day that I'm smarter than you and you know it. Nobody wants to be told that, so they're not going to be friends with them.
Yep.
So I want him to be somebody, and it depends. But basically, my day consists of taking him to school at 7. I bring my wife coffee, or I go over to her house. Yes, her house. And we drink cup coffee in the morning. We sit there and we'll watch a couple shows that we like to watch together. She'll get some stuff done. I'll get some emails and stuff done for me. And then I have to go back and get Cam from school at about 12:30, 12:15. He's had breakfast at school and he's had lunch at school. Don't have to worry about that. So either then I'll come home or we'll go back to Mama's house and we'll maybe take a nap, or like he'll take a nap. I'll spend some more time with her. It just depends on what I got to do. This past week and a half, 2 weeks, I've been so busy. I've been up at 7, not going to bed till 1. So it's just, it's just one of those things depends on what I do, but I drive around a lot. So a lot of my complaints are, I try to make sure that I follow the law when I'm driving. I turn on a blinker when you're fucking changing lanes. 90% of the time when I pass somebody after they've changed lane without a blinker, some bitches are talking on the goddamn phone.
Well, that's one of my biggest peeves is people that don't change lanes properly. Like they just try to squeeze into a spot that they barely have room, or they do the move suddenly. They don't use the blinker. Like,
there could be nobody in the lane next to me or in front of me. But I know, like, they're kind of swerving a little bit. They start looking in their mirror. Because I watch everybody. So I kind of can see things happening as it's happening. And then I look 100 yards and 200 yards in front of me and see things on the sidewalk. Do I see a person coming out of there? Well, there's a car peeking out. His front end's peeking out of that driveway. I need to make sure I watch him because the dumbass might pull out in front of me. Shit like that. But when I can see somebody looking at their mirror, and they're holding the phone with their left hand. So instead of being, sliding their hand over to the left side, hitting their blinker with their fingers and then just come on over, that doesn't bother me a bit. Sure, I'll even let off the gas so you can actually get over in most cases. But when you just come over out of the lick of blue and I'm right there, oh my God, you know what? My heart rate goes from a resting or a driving, I don't remember what it is exactly, but I know it goes up way above 120 because I just get pissed. Like, are you fucking, and I get mad and I get loud. I get up right next to them and I start honking, making as much noise as I possibly can. And then when we get to a light, they're like, what's your fucking problem? I'm just making sure my horn works because your blinker sure as hell don't. Or you make some, smart ass remark. And then they were like, okay, Mr. Officer. I was like, you'd be in some steep shit if I was a fucking officer.
I honestly think that more than half of the drivers on the road don't belong on there. I think if I had my way, there'd be a special road for people that follow the law to the T and are safe drivers, and then there'll be the retard road and let them kill each other. People like to mess with their radios or be on the phone or drive with one hand or jerk off while they're driving, whatever they're doing to be distracted.
Hey, whoa. Jerking off while you're driving is okay.
Someone else is doing it for you. Listen.
I never said me doing it.
Most people can't afford to shift any kind of attention, when you're driving. There's only 1% of the human population that could multitask while driving and still focus on the road. Chances are you're not part of that 1% people, so stop it. I think this is one of the sore spots for me, Obi.
I'm not saying for a second that I don't mess with my phone, or I don't take a phone call, or I don't even use the phone, or listen to the radio, or whatever. I'm not saying I don't do any of that. But when it comes to being, there's a time on when you're driving that you can do that stuff.
Yeah, like on a stoplight.
On a stoplight, Like, really, if I'm going to listen to a song, usually I have my stations already set up. If I'm going to change the radio or turn it up, it's with one hand and I'm still looking at the road and I'm still, because I can do it all out without looking. When it comes down to a cell phone, ever, never, ever, ever. If I get a call, I'll look down at it for a glance and then either pick it up or hang it up. But I don't do none of that. Like, I was watching a dude the other day. So he didn't even know. I have it on video too. It's so funny. Some bitch is driving, and I made sure I was right. Did everything I was supposed to. Had my hands on the wheel, and then I have a suction cup in my window, to where I can clamp my video camera into it to make a dash cam, and I just set it right and pointed right at him. And this sumbitch is playing fucking Pokemon Go, driving down the road, looking down, damn near sideswiped me twice. And then when I pulled up, he got on behind me, and then he damn near rear-ended me. Well, then, apparently a cop saw him looking down, thought he might be in trouble, and immediately, like, pulled him over. Like, I mean, before the cop even turned around, wheelers were on, lights were on. And, like, this guy is like, oh, shit. And he finally looked up in the mirror, and there's a cop right behind him. He looked over at me, and I went, dumbass. And then I pointed at the camera, and I stopped to the cop, and I said, I got all that shit on video, dude. Here's what he was doing. And he's like, well, how did you do that? I said, I have a clamp in my car. I have, it was already set up. All I had to do was turn the camera, and I was safe driving. Once he found all that out, and, because... and he did everything he needed to do with me because I have a gun, so I have to announce that I have a gun to a cop. But everything that he did, and then basically he went up and homeboy, like, I must have got a huge fucking ticket because he was irate when the cop came back. I sat there and watched it, videotaped it all. It was funny. But it was just
man.
like those, and the other thing that I was going to talk about, and we need to get onto the news here in a second. But the other thing that I'm so frustrated about on the road right now is it's summertime. It's something I was talking about Blades earlier today. This is summertime in Holland, Michigan, okay? In Holland, Michigan in summertime, all the old fuckers come back from Florida. So guess what I got in front of me lately? Some old mother flowers sitting in front of me. There's some old dude with this, that should rightfully be dead, driving a freaking giant freaking Crown Vic or a Lincoln or some giant freaking car and going at a 50 mile an hour zone. They're going 35 fucking miles an hour. Again, I'm going to go back to what you just said. They should not be driving. I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm happy that they're trying to be safe, but I'm sorry if you can't go less, you gotta go 15 miles an hour less than the actual speed limit. You need to get the fuck off the road and get the hell out the way.
What is an unwritten rule? Like, if you're on a highway, the merging lane is a slow lane, and then the leftmost lane furthest away from the merge lane is your fast lane.
And these old bastards running the fucking fast lane the whole goddamn way.
Yeah, that's annoying. Like, that's the one thing. Like, I don't mind slow driver. I'd rather have a slow driver that's safe than someone that's fast and just is a freaking reckless driver.
That's not the whole thing, though. The point is not that they're on the road. The point is they're on the road and they're trying to pass another old set of fuckers in the slow lane. So instead of me going 50 miles an hour, which would then I have to actually give heavy brake pressure when they come over into my lane because, one, they didn't use their fucking blinker. And now I got to sit up at 35 miles an hour in a 50 zone when both of these sets of old fucks are going 35 miles an hour. I get mad. I mean, you can just hear my language now. I get mad. It pisses me off, dude.
But the big difference, though, is when you hit like 65 plus, right?
Get that fucking license up, dude.
No, well, yeah, that too. Have people drive you around, but you may not want to get rid of that freedom. I get it. But, like, I understand why at that point you don't give a fuck. It's like, I'm probably going to be dead tomorrow anyway. Mm-hmm. But, like, people that are not at that age driving like they don't give a fuck, those are the people that need to get off the road. Maybe the old people play Pokemon Go. Like, that's hilarious. Trying to get that gas that everybody's having a hard time catching.
Well, come on, Grandpa. We need to get up there and get that Charmander. He's gonna be really good for our fire Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Grandma. Where do I need to go?
Well, we need to go up about 2 miles up the road. It's right up there.
Well, hell, that'll take us all damn afternoon. Shit.
Yep.
Anyway, on to
Nah,
the news, guys. What?
You know what I think, though? One day when we create our own augmented reality video games, we should make it so that it uses the sensors on the smartphone to detect if someone's driving. And if they're trying to play the game while they're driving, it should automatically show a slideshow of blue waffles. That's your punishment for being dumb. Because the whole point of that game is you drive somewhere and then you walk at best, but you don't look at it while you're driving around. Like, I wonder is there a Pokemon there? Not if you're freaking in a driver's seat.
You heard about the chick in New York, right?
I've heard all kinds of stories. I mean, there's already people saying
downtown New York, a 22-year-old female is on her phone, walked out into the street in front of a bus, and is now dead because she was trying to get the fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, I've also heard that.
Watch
that
where you're going, motherfuckers.
I'm hearing cautionary tales from conspiracy theorists. I won't mention any names, but they're like, "Yeah, watch out with that Pokemon Go. People are hacking the maps and then making you go to dark alleys where they rape and pillage you." Like, what the fuck?
That's one thing that I don't really agree. That's why I play it with my son, even when we're walking, because like you realize the amount of kids that are walking around by themselves that are, I mean, this is in the park that I live in, but there was like 2 little girls, okay, no more than 6 or 7 years old, walking around here looking for fucking Pokemon. Like, girls, come on.
What they need to do is
encourage
a buddy system, you know, like.
Well, when I saw it, like, then I took Cam out and they walked with us. And I walked them back home, but it was just something like their mom came outside when I was walking them up back home, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Is there anything wrong?" I'm like, "No, but there's 2 little girls out here, 7 years old, looking for Pokemon, not looking around their surroundings. This is, I mean, I was just trying to help out." Well, the mom's like, "They don't need no freaking protection, blah 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 blah," and I was like, "Until your daughter gets kidnapped and then raped the fuck out of and then killed, how do you like that?" Like, I just got off. I went off on her, and she's like, "Well, you have a point." And then, like, and I'm like, it's okay for the kids to play this game. Don't get me wrong. It is. I love the game. My son asks his mom all the time, "Can we play Pokemon Go, Mom? Can we play Pokemon?" Like, she's like, "No, that's a daddy and Blades game, or Fatal." But that's a dad. That's.
I see.
You know, like,
breaking news: Obi is Fatal's daddy.
No, that said daddy and Fatal's game. Like, that's what she said. She goes, that's a Fatal and daddy game. So it's like something like you're only gonna play it with them two, because we both have it on our phones. I'm not gonna lie. He's got some freaking awesome Pokemon that I don't have, and I got some cool ones that he doesn't have. He was playing it on the way up here in the car trip. He caught some flying bat thing at a gas station we were filling up at. I mean, it was, cool, cool as well. But you just gotta, and I'm not trying to tell parents how to parent their kids. I'm not trying to do that at all. But you gotta watch out, guys. Seriously, on a serious note, watch out for your kids. If they're playing this game, it's not bad. Just be smart.
Yeah, it's not a Pokemon Go issue. It's just. This is like the problem, the risk with anything. Like, people find ways to adulterate it. Geodata's cool, right? Like, the whole concept of any app that says people near me, that's an awesome concept. Like, oh, people near me that are into X thing. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm looking at Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and people near me are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and they're within a 10-mile radius or something, whatever it says. And that's cool in theory, but then the more information that those apps start giving you, the more people could be, the predators and the deviants could be like, oh yes.
Well, that's all I'm worried about. Like, because you can think about this. Think about this very closely. On this game, you can actually buy things with real money. Okay, you can actually buy things to where you can become you can become like your surrounding your spot can become a gym.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you can sit there and go, because once you get so many Pokemon and you get all this stuff, you can start training them, and you can actually become a Pokemon master to have people come where you're at or where your gym is at to where they can battle you.
Yeah.
Well, if the Predators, they ain't got nothing else to do. Half of some bitches don't work because they can't. But if they got, if they ain't got nothing else to do, they can get all these Pokemon and then start becoming a gym. And guess who's going to come around? Kids. Guess what's going to happen?
I laugh because this is so sad.
Somebody's about to get poked.
Nintendo has a lot of cool stuff like that. Like, do you remember when Nintendo was doing this thing where there were Wi-Fi hotspots where you could download Pokemon from different places?
Yeah.
And you just go to random places, you find the Pokemon and you download them. Or they did that. There were downloadable games that you could download and play. They did that with. They did. They also did the Street Pass thing. I don't know if they're still really doing much with that, but like it was the whole thing where if you had a DS and you had yours on and someone else had theirs on, it'll ping you and let you know who else has a DS nearby.
Right.
And you can start chatting with each other. Like, cool stuff like that. Like, it's so cool because I feel like with all the technology, it's easier to connect with people, but we're more antisocial than ever somehow. So when you have something that really forces you to get out of that comfort zone and really connect with people, then it's interesting. BT says you can't make gyms. You can buy lures to throw on a Pokemon to try people.
It's the lures. Yeah, you're right, VFT. But it's the point that's you're attracting people, and somebody that sees that lure for the Pokestops, and they say, "Ooh, I can do this and this and this," and they come to that, and then if the Predator's sitting there waiting, I mean, you just gotta be smart. I'm not saying the game's bad, because the game is actually. I'm 35 years old, and I think it's awesome. I love what they're doing with it. You just got to be smart about how you're going to play the game. If you're a dude like me that carries a fucking gun around everywhere, you go where the fuck you want. Nobody's really going to fuck with you. But if you're a 7-year-old little girl, be smart about this shit.
I'm super excited about augmented reality. I mean, even back in the days of Dodgeball and now Foursquare, with and Swarm, people don't use it as much. But it's really cool because you can still live in the moment, but you could also add another layer to experiences. So I feel like it's a great opportunity for small businesses, lesser known attractions to get more visibility, like, and become meetup spots.
Right.
So there's so much good potential, but it's the few assholes that will ruin it for everyone else, right? So once they find ways to make it safer, and promote good habits, it's like anything else. Like, Craigslist is great, but if you're not careful, there's a lot of shady shit on there.
A lot of hookers on Craigslist. I don't know from experience, but it's what I heard.
Well, that's the good part. I'm talking about, like, there's a lot of times I've had to turn down offers for stuff I was selling because we needed the money because the people just did not sound legit. And there's just certain things you gotta know to look for. Like, let's meet in a public place. Why don't you meet me in my house over here? Like, no. Well, what's your address? No.
Yeah, right.
Meet in a public place, neutral location where lots of people. Be smart about it.
Definitely.
And always bring backup. But it's just sad that
I got fatal now. I mean, 6'3", 200 plus pounds. I got fatal now, so I don't.
Dude, I was cracking up earlier today when we were talking on the phone because I was looking on Twitter. I'm like, who's this Mexican dude on your Twitter? This is not you.
He's not Mexican. He's Samoan. He's gonna whoop your ass now.
I know.
He called you Mexican.
You call me Mexican all the time. Stop it.
But that's a joke between me and you because I know you're Puerto Rican. Damn Mexican.
But he looks Latino. People don't.
Well, it's because he's Japanese Samoan.
People don't
So,
look
like
at like
if you're like Japanese and Samoan, like Samoan, you have that let me say that Hispanic look, but he's Japanese. I mean, you look at his eyes. I mean, they look like ding, you know. But yeah, no, but no, that's why he looks that way because he's. I'm
you're
just
about
gonna
to make
stop.
the racist.
I am.
Thinking,
I was. So no, I need to stop. I wasn't. I'm sorry, guys.
That's everybody's go-to Asian theme.
I'm sorry. I should. That was wrong of me.
This sounds wrong of you.
I said wrong.
Sure, you
ass.
did.
And now it's time for the obligatory news and rants.
Ding. So
What we
some time-sensitive news. We were talking about Hearthstone earlier. Right now, you get a special Shaman Murloc hero when you recruit a friend.
Oh yeah.
But this is a cool promotion. But I'm like, who isn't playing Hearthstone right now? I'm like, who can I possibly recruit that will actually
don't have
give
to,
a
dude. You don't have to. You start an alternate Blizzard account and it's free. And then you get the game and then you get it to level 20 and then you get your skin. And then you delete the other account. It's really easy. You can do it all by yourself.
Yeah, I guess I could if I really wanted that badly. Because let's be honest, like I'll be straight up. I love my friends, but if I tell them to make an account just so I could get this cool skin, I'd be like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Does it cost you anything? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Evolve has gone free to play on PC, and they have the stage 2. It's up to stage 2 now. It's a big thing. You know, it's like season 2 or year 2 or whatever. They have a massive update, so like they're really going a different direction. They're trying to really make this a platform, kind of like Left 4 Dead 2 was. I mean, people still play Left 4 Dead 2. Let's tell you something that Evolve, I don't know how big the community is on there, but this is cool. This is kind of what it should have been to begin with. On console, it's like $13 I think now for the standard edition, $16 for the digital deluxe. So that's like kind of the price it should have been at to begin with. I feel like with all the microtransactions and stuff in there, DLC. So maybe this will rekindle the interest. So we'll see. So Obi, you missed a lot of stuff last week. We were talking about Nintendo confirming the NX release, March 2017. They were being kind of quiet about that. Then we're talking about the whole thing between Tiny Build and G2A, and how they're kind of sparring over the $500,000 in lost revenue. You know, kind of just the weird stuff that happened in general with these deal sites, and you know, it's really tempting to accept payment in gift cards or to get CD keys off of really cheap off of certain sites, but something you have to like draw a line, because a lot of times, 99% of the times, there's someone that's being cheated. It's a stolen credit card that they're using to buy all this stuff, or they're doing some monkey business where they're using currency conversion to make things cheaper. You know, all kinds of crazy stuff that, you know, and also the developers, the publishers, the people that make the content, the manufacture the stuff, they end up losing out, you know. So, you know, if you really want to support the things you love, you kind of have to go legit. So G2A is something that I know a lot of us offer. Hopefully they sort through this stuff, because a lot of people are like, well, CD keys is okay, but G2A, I wouldn't mess with them because they're shady. And I'm like, well, you know, I think it's still a sore point. So it's a shame that stuff like this happens. So anyway, I'm not going to talk too much more about it because we kind of beat that horse last week. But, yeah. That was a thing that happened. Were you aware of the whole thing that was going on, Obi?
With G2A?
Yeah.
Yeah. It will. I like G2A. I mean, I'm not saying I use them really anymore because of this, but I don't like. There's always, like we've said in the past, there's always one bad apple that spoils the whole bunch. And a couple bad people did a couple bad things by exploiting and stealing and doing whatever. I'm not going to get into it, but doing whatever they did. and then it ruins it for everybody else. Because, like, dude, G2A is awesome. There's lots of stuff that you could get for really, really low price. But when people say, well, this is supposed to be at a lower price, but I want to get more out of people, people get greedy. They fuck shit up.
Well, the thing that's ghetto is, like, they burn the candle on both ends. If, like, you buy a bunch of keys with a stolen credit card, it's really easy because things like PayPal favor the consumer, even if they're cheating. And you can easily request a refund. It's like people do with donations on Twitch sometimes. It's really, really fucked up. And then the merchant gets screwed over because they get chargebacks. So it's money they can't count on. So then you basically get stuff for free, and then you can flip that stuff, so it's pure profit. So it's kind of like, it's not a G2A thing, it's the third parties in G2A. Because G2A is a lot like Amazon or eBay, where there's a marketplace of people that are not employed by G2A, but they sell through G2A. I mean, even on Amazon, I love Amazon, but you know what? Most of the time, I'd rather spend more, even significantly more, and go with a legit seller that is at least fulfilled by Amazon Prime. Because that's safer than going through these third parties.
I get nothing on Amazon unless it's from Amazon. Like, I don't do third party. I do not. I've been screwed over already from third party. I will never ever do it again, ever.
As long as it's fulfilled by Amazon, I can make an exception. But the stuff that's sold and fulfilled by Joe Schmo, that's like, it better be something really rare or a really good deal where I won't care about if I lose the money.
Right.
Because then there's a hassle of going through the whole thing of fighting for it. So, but that third party exists on Amazon. For books, it's great. Books are usually low risk, and you save so much money. It's worth it. I go through my little stints where I buy lots of books, especially stuff to learn new skills in tech and programming and stuff like that. But third party not a bad thing. It's proceed with caution because there are the people that are kind of shady, sadly. Speaking of Amazon, though, did you see Red Dead Redemption and how like the sales have been going through the roof because of that whole backwards compatibility? People are gonna start playing this again.
Yep.
I got two kittens in here. They're both attacking me now.
Now, on your screen, you guys are watching this live. These are some of the Pokemon that I have.
You don't have any Pokemon. Cam does. Remember?
Well, no, it's on my goddamn phone. They're mine.
You didn't work for it, nigga.
But there's a couple in here that I actually took from my phone. Like, I actually got the screenshot and put it on the computer that I've actually gotten from places. And then there's a couple like, just what it is, and so you guys can enjoy that. So, but where are we at?
Obi, do you remember a game called River City Ransom?
Yes.
Cool. If you guys like River City Ransom or you played Scott Pilgrim, you'll like this news because, in case you missed this last week, River City Ransom has 2 games coming out. One's called River City Ransom SP, that's coming to the 3DS. Actually, I think it's out already. And River City Ransom Underground, which is going to be a Steam game, and it's going to be on other platforms as well. It was a Kickstarter. That's pretty cool. 4-player co-op, looting, nice brawler, beat 'em up with some RPG elements. It's gonna be pretty dope. Pretty dope.
We'll see what it entails. Straight up.
BFT's mad because I think he lost one of his emoji or something. What else we got? System Shock is being remade. If you never played this is the game that a lot of people say. I would argue it's the game that inspired BioShock. Really, they're remaking that. But we went to the new stuff that we haven't discussed.
Okay.
We didn't get. This is about as far as we got last week, Obi, because we did a lot of really good interaction. It was a call-in episode with no call-in. It was all just chat. A lot of discussion. Beard was here. BFT was here. Some other people were here. It was fun. But you missed Lindsay Lohan's 30th birthday, by the way.
I don't care.
I was saying that I still think she's attractive. You know, the drugs have really messed her up, but she's a pretty girl, man. I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for her. White girl with a booty and she's a redhead. What?
I'm looking at this Daily Mail from Soli.
The what? Oh,
The next thing on the list.
okay, yeah. This is the next thing. So yeah, South Korea has female-friendly, women-friendly parking spots that are longer and wider, but they're about roughly 1.5 times bigger.
Yes. Their Seoul is spending around $100 million, or 100 million yen, whatever you want to call it, on female-friendly initiative, including new parking spaces. Room for one careful lady driver. South Korea introduces women-only parking spaces that are longer and wider, but says it's for safety because of their reversing skills.
No, it's not because women are bad drivers. It's for safety reasons.
No, it's because women are bad drivers.
Wink, wink is like, isn't that the same thing?
Yes.
It's like, oh man.
But the move from Seoul for South Korea has already sparked the sexism card, like Germantown of Triebeg was met when it introduced a similar program in 2012. So Germany tried this and they were like, "Oh, fuck no." So we'll see. We'll see. That's just funny. We'll see what.
And I've really talked to lots of women about this, and most of our female friends will agree. Women are worse drivers because they're emotional, they're distracted, and they're easily triggered. It's not that they don't have the capacity to be good drivers; it's just that they're irresponsible with that whole thing.
Careful.
I mean, the road rage is insane.
Now,
Last week I talked about how my wife threw chicken wings at a guy that kept trying to freaking ride up our asses.
wait, what?
She threw chicken wings at this dude that kept riding up our asses for no reason, because there was plenty of road for him to go on. This is one of our fun.
That'd have been comical to watch. If you guys want to see it and you guys are live, come over here. You guys can go check that link out if you guys are listening on the podcast, www.dailymail.co, and just look up article South Korea introduces women parking spaces. So you guys can check all that out. Wow.
Dailymail.co.uk. Daily Mail is great.
Yes.
Daily Mail is one of these older sites. They've been around for as long as I can remember. I feel like they were around as almost as long as AOL has been around. Cause
it's a world site too. That's the. I mean, it gives a lot of news.
Well, there used to be just like this thing where you subscribe to like email digests, and they've grown to something more than that. But like, it's just anything that's worth knowing is in there. Random stuff. It's fun. But yeah, so that's what's happening in South Korea alongside the esports stuff. Google is manufacturing their own phone in-house. That's the key word. So they're basically screwing over their third-party partnerships. So like, give your middle finger to HTC and whoever else makes Google phones. So that's interesting. Wonder how that's gonna play out. It seems like a weird move because I feel like there's a lot of options for phones right now. Like, I don't see what you would go with anything other than HTC, LG, Samsung, and if you're weird and you insist on iOS, Apple. Like, those to me are like the big ones. I don't know why you would go with anything else. Unless you're on a budget, and you want like the knockoff phone. I don't understand. I still like BlackBerry too, but BlackBerry is, struggling to hold on to market share. So we'll see what happens with that. For my fellow Wu-Tang Clan fans out there, they have a new album that's in production that's supposed to be led by Ghostface Killah. So that rumors have it that RZA might be stepping back, and he's gonna allow the whole. He even call them a group. They're like a freaking music army. So many people in Wu-Tang Clan. He's gonna allow them to be more have more creative liberties and just do their own thing. So that's cool. Cause I don't know, this is like Wu-Tang Clan at their height was like the last time I really was into like hip hop. You know, when you had like DMX and the Rough Riders and all these different camps of like true lyricists that they didn't just make bubblegum music. Like it was catchy stuff, but they also had like good lyrics, like and they flowed. Now like all this stuff now that comes out, these guys are mumbling and they're talking. They're not even trying to flow. Like
Yep.
Sorry, that's my ongoing rant for hip hop.
The hip hop that I listened to back in the day, and I had to like hide to listen to it. But Dr. Dre, is as far as like Eminem when he first started out, 50 Cent, Snoop, Biggie. I even have some DMX in there. Those are the guys that actually they actually told a story. First part of the story was the first verse. The second part of the story was the chorus. Then the third part of the story, in the end was the second phrase or the second verse, and then the another part of the chorus that they would change up a few letters here and there. Like they actually told a good story in their music. Now it's just like, let's see how much bass I can put in this bitch without it blowing somebody's stock car stereos, right?
It's true. They're all freaking songs. Like they're made directly to be club hits and get people twerking or going to Caesars. It's like
that's what it is. And
booty clapping.
But I mean, if it works, it works. Hey, they got it going, but it's just not for me.
Do you remember Slick Rick?
Yes.
Slick Rick was also was one of the most amazing lyricists in his time and of all time, because like he literally took old stories and like fables and wove them into like urban, modern storylines. Like he was a true storyteller in his songs. Like I don't know, there's a magic that's missing in music today. And DMX makes me so sad because that dude had a lot of talent. He had such a unique voice. That alone, just having a unique voice could be a big difference. It's like I love Kings of Leon because that voice the lead singer has is like, whoa, like man crush status. But DMX, like that dude is like, what is it, 10 million in debt, mainly because of child support. Like, come on, dude, get your shit together. Like, yeah, it's cool he found God and everything, but like, he still wants to have more kids. He said he's got like 11 baby mamas, 11 children floating around or something. And he's like owes child support and all this crazy stuff. Like, damn, like how do you like have that much success and just freaking, I don't know. It's nuts to me.
Right.
Hire a business manager or an accountant to get your financial affairs in. If you got that kind of money, you could afford to do that.
Yeah, I guess.
And make sure someone's trustworthy, of course, is not going to steal your money. But anyway, what else we got? Some more tech news. So Google has dozens of these autonomous vehicles on the road. People are starting to notice them. And Tesla, they got some aggressive plans, to get more autonomous vehicles out there and all this crazy stuff. Self-driving cars without a driver. It's some crazy shit, man. What I see this as? Pokemon Go. It's the opportunity for people to play Pokemon Go while the car drives itself.
I see that too, actually.
So it's madness. And Pokemon Go, back to Pokemon Go, it's on track to become the biggest app on Android, surpassing Twitter in the area of DAOs. DAOs are daily active users. That's a big stat. Not in downloads. People talk about downloads and views. Daily active user. That's a very important metric, which could be fake to an extent, but still, like daily active user. That's people playing more Pokemon Go than they are using Twitter. That's crazy, though. There's some other records they're breaking too. Taco says Tesla needs to fix their autopilot system because it killed one driver. Well, the whole Tesla thing it's got a lot of freaking muscle behind it. Because what is it? What's his name? Elon Musk. I think his name is Elon Musk. Isn't that the guy that was like behind PayPal and what else did he get involved? Like he's been involved in a lot of big projects, so like this is gonna hit. Like I don't think he's ever been involved with anything bad. So I think he was involved with Dig, and I guess Dig isn't really relevant anymore. But you know, still around. I like Dig. I want Dig to succeed, but kind of misses window opportunity. So anyway, that's Pokemon Go. What else? Apple's discontinuing their monitors and apparently headphone jacks. Really weird moves. The monitors, I'm guessing, is because they're going to be focusing on laptops and those have built-in screens. And I'm thinking they're just lining up because, you know, Apple's all about freaking proprietary crap. They're just lining up to have their new line of monitors come out. There's no way. I mean, right now they only offer one monitor, but I don't think they're going to get rid of monitors altogether. Because Apple's all about, like, buy everything Apple because it's higher quality. And, you know, people believe that. If it has it, you know, I could poop right now and put an Apple logo on it, and people be like, "Oh, that I poop too. I want the I poop too." I hear it has the lightning bolt I/O port. Yes, it does. Once you jack into it, you can experience fecal matter in 4D and 4K.
You're disgusting.
Anyway. No, I think there's another loophole with it. They said they're not going to be offering monitors for the moment, but it doesn't stop them from offering televisions because they are different. Monitor is considered a step down from televisions because television is considered a fully functional monitor that also has a tuner built in. That's what qualifies it. So if they have if they offer television, yeah, it's for headphones that they're probably going to offer an adapter. Yep. Oh, of course they are. Proprietary adapter. Like, oh, you can still use any of your headphones you want with it, but you have to buy the adapter. Or you could buy the iHead headphones. When you want to get extra head, get iHead. There you go. Be a head with iHead. Look at that. I can work for Apple right now. And I think the exact quote it said, "We're discontinuing the Apple Thunderbolt display. It will be available through Apple.com, Apple retail stores, and Apple authorized resellers while supplies last." That was a statement issued to TechCrunch. And what else? And the monitor that they're discontinuing only costs $999. That's it, on sale. Fuck that. $999. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Did you know that James Cameron? Did you know, Obi?
No, I didn't.
That James Cameron has announced 4 sequels for Avatar.
I did know that.
What do you think about that?
I'm happy. I loved that, dude. I loved Avatar.
There's so much hate for Avatar. It's funny.
Oh yeah, there's like, oh, the blue, it's really sucked and blah, blah. There's no story about. Dude, I don't care what you think. If you actually watched the damn thing and actually looked into it, like not just watched the movie, but actually, it's gonna sound really funny. Not watch the movie, but watch the movie. Like and actually see what it is and see the different angles that he's coming from and how many different angles they can spread off into. I mean, and just think about it that way. I mean, that's how I think of it, and I love the movie. I've loved it since it came out, just because of the potential bigger picture.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like that universe. I think Avatar was a little shallow, but it was fun. But I'm like, if they really flesh this out, this could be a cool world to live in. So there's potential there. I don't have the hate that a lot of people do. I think a lot of that hate is misplaced. But,
holy cow, we're already an hour and a half into the show. Jesus
Christ.
Oh
yeah, we're gonna end the show on the news. Gigantic. Remember we were talking about how Gigantic might be dead? Well, they have been sending out new press releases and they're doing new stress tests. So if anybody needs some keys, we might be able to hook you up.
Mm-hmm.
I know I got a couple in my inbox, so there's that. Did you know that RVs are making a comeback?
They are, dude. I've been seeing lots of, well, again, summertime in Holland, all the old fuckers are back. So yeah, but no, like I've been seeing a lot more. Like we actually have an RV dealership in Holland here, and I mean they do other things like they do fire, like ambulance, and they do like cargo vans and other stuff like that, specialized stuff. But they are actually rotating their RVs like through fairly quickly lately. I don't know if it's just because it's, just people want to get an RV. They're tired of sleeping on a tent in the ground. But it's just, or they, whatever. But I mean, have you ever driven an RV, Yogi?
Yeah.
You know how much gas that shit takes, right?
Oh, they're freaking.
You get like 6 miles a gallon. Bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw that.
To do a road trip in an RV sounds like a cool idea, but no.
Unless you got money, don't.
What's
6
nice
miles a
about
gallon,
it,
guys. 150 gallons in a tank. Okay?
What's nice about an RV is if you own an RV, it's a good investment for the future. If you ever hit hard times and you own land, you got that RV, you're good. Because you can just park that bitch right there, right?
Yeah, fuck all that.
And then if you have to relocate, just, your house is your RV. Worst case scenario. You never know. But it's funny, it's just because RVs kind of fell off for a little while, and then they came back. They kind of always come back and disappear again, but, like, they were gone. They were kind of out of fashion for a while, it felt like.
No.
Selling them left and right.
It's not like driving a tank. Driving a tank is low to the ground, and you kind of drag across the ground on your tracks. An RV is like driving a double-decker bus at high speeds with no like breeze through or no like it's a giant fucking cube rolling down the road at 60, 70 miles an hour, and like there's so much wind resistance on an RV that's why you only get 5-6 miles a gallon. Like, if they could figure out a way to not shrink, but make the front of the RV lower to where it has better path or a little bit better wind resistance, they could actually save 5-6 miles a gallon. But they're not going to do that because you need that square. It's a mobile house. It's an RV. It's something that's what is it called? Stand for a recreational vehicle. It's for shit. You can do anything you want to in an RV. Literally. You got full stand-up showers, you got full kitchens, you got 2 queen-size beds or a queen size and 2 twin-size, beds right. You can bed 8 to 9 depending on where, how many, comfortably you can bed 6 people. Easy.
Well, yeah, the luxury models starting like $1 million and up, like these things have built-in like garages. Like, I saw one that had like a garage, like it carries your car and then it slides out and becomes a ramp, like a compartment for your car inside of your RV. That's just crazy, Like there's ones that have freaking pools inside of them. Like Jesus, like they have amphibious RVs. That's just crazy. You imagine that shit? I don't know if I would trust it for long distances, but like in a pinch, be like, we're going across this freaking river or this lake. Fuck it, let's go.
Guys, if for you guys in chat that want to be a part of this little topic here, look up this. Go to your Google, just Google search and put this in exactly. Go to images. Okay, when you do that, I want you to look at the 4th image on the right. It's a YouTube.com 2016 Thor Motor Coach Tuscany. It looks like a fucking house. Like there's crazy, marble floors, marble countertops, leather furniture, stainless steel, a full. I mean, literally.
But dude, they look so top heavy though. Like I'd be scared to.
They're very top heavy. Dude, they're 15 feet in the air, or not 15, but they're like well, yeah, close to it, 12, 15 feet in the air.
You hit a freaking turn the wrong way with one of them bitches.
You're going over. Like, you have to slow way down.
Jesus, Either that, or you have to have like a lot of weight on the bottom to keep you
Well, if you think about
make it a
it,
little easier.
if you think about it, a full-size RV is a tour bus. If you
Yeah.
think about it, that's what a tour bus is for. I've seen the inside of Garth Brooks's tour bus. And if you guys are looking at these pictures, that fourth one over, probably the fourth one in line on the RV on the images is Garth, like that's what his shit looks like. It's like a house rolling. And then when he rolls, a lot of that stuff pushes into where you can just walk down the middle. But then when he rolls, like when he sets up and he's in a city for a day, like all his people do that shit for him, set everything up. So all he has to do is play music. I mean, yeah, Garth Brooks, not a lot of people know he's a country superstar. But it's just something like these guys, I mean, of course. This one, the one I was talking about at top, that is easily a $3 million RV. Easy. I mean, it's just some of these things, like I said, you know, a lot of, I'm going to say it anyway, a lot of old people, like they sell their house and they sell everything to where they're not tied down to anything. And then they buy an RV like this. Guess what? They just go. They don't need, like, they have their 401ks and their security and all that other bullshit. They go, like, they'll get their mail forwarded to down south, and then they'll have their mail wherever they go. Yeah, it takes a little while to catch up to them, but they get it. Like, they don't have any. They live in an RV, and if it looks like this, sign me up. You put a fucking high-speed, you know, gig internet on that motherfucker, I will never, ever leave.
Yeah. Yeah. But TC has a good idea about someone should make a RV racing game. Yeah. I bet you if someone makes it, you make like a racing game / simulator where you can pimp your ride and then like just like have it just do all kind of insanity to like have parties inside your RV, like party bus style, or go racing, like, or do some like Twisted Metal type death race type of shit. That could be fun. I mean, they already have a freaking game where old men race in wheelchairs. I mean, fuck it. There's a market for everything.
Yeah, but they tried a big rig, you know, a semi-racing game, and it was like you can't be realistic.
Yeah, it can't be ultra realistic now.
Anymore, people want it to be realistic racing, which is basically impossible in something like this. Like, it would have to be to where, like, all right, we're going 40 miles an hour, 50, 60, oh, fuck, a big turn, we got to slow down to 10. You know, like, if they were to do that, like, I mean, you just... It
would have to be something really insanely impossible, like, you could pimp your RV to be good at off-road and, like, mess with the suspension and shit, though you probably would never, ever want to drive an RV off-road.
Yeah.
Ideally. But, you know, you can do all kinds of stupid shit like that, you know. Put like a freaking huge ass grill in the front of the RV and start ramming into people.
Right.
Dude, it could be so much fun.
Will my wife eventually, when she becomes a millionaire, will she eventually get an RV and, you know, we'll take trips and stuff? Yeah. I guarantee it. I'll be doing HorsePLAY Live from a fucking RV somewhere in the United States or Europe.
Yeah, just make sure you have tons of backup batteries. And Tycho was talking about like having hookups so you could like hybrid. They have those, but you know
this is what she said to me. By the time she gets it in her business to where she's making $1 million a year, you know, a straight, you know, and she can do it easy. By the time she gets to where she's making $1 million a year, she will spend $5 million when she gets it to have me a custom-made mobile station. Like, it's going to be expensive as shit, but it's going to be to the point where she's going to have me something built so, like, I can go with her on her, you know, director business trips and all this other stuff and still do what I love to do and what I need to do. with Top Star or or in Geeky Antics. So it's trust me. Like Georgia's the first place we're gonna come see, and we're gonna show you. And it'll be sad because my bus will have better internet than your house, but
yeah, I don't plan to stay here. At least not in this neighborhood much longer.
yeah, you gotta get a Comcast range.
Yeah, I miss WoW so much. There used to be Nology. Never had a problem with them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, stuff to look forward to. We're gonna get educational.
I'm looking
briefly.
forward to it. We need to get going on the show though.
Well, this is our newest episode, news and banter. That's what I said it was gonna be. We won't have time for anything else, I don't think. But did you know that the United States is the third most populated country? Do you know who number 1 and number 2 are? Or maybe number 4? Anybody?
Don't know, and tell you the truth, I really don't give a fuck. But you're gonna tell us anyway.
Yeah, in case you were curious, which I'm sure you are.
Mm-hmm.
China's number 1 and India's number 2.
Duh.
Now, what's interesting is we don't realize how much of the difference is until you look at the numbers. We're roughly at 323 million, almost 324 million.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready for this? India is at 1,291,000,000.
Yeah.
And more, and then some.
And China's about 100 million more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. Crazy shit. And
that's why in China and India, if you have more than one kid, you get arrested and you're not allowed to have more than one child per family.
Well, you know what? I'm a big believer in small government, but I almost feel like there should be a license to have kids. Like dumb, irresponsible people should be barred from having kids, because then they're gonna pass on the dumb. But then it's a slippery slope, right? Then we'll become a military state. And I say that jokingly. I'm like, yeah, it's probably a bad idea, but like, there's some people that really have no business being kids. It's like, I can't afford it, but I'm gonna have kids because that seems like a fun thing to do. Though now you can't afford anything. You bring them into a shitty life. They have no choice in the matter, and then it becomes a taxpayer's burden. Thanks for that.
Wow.
I know I just got political.
In Pitcairn Islands, UK, which is its own country apparently, there's only 56 people.
Oh, did you go to the breakdown?
To the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, is that fucking funny? Yeah, number 4 and number 5 was it? Indonesia number 4 and Brazil number 5.
Like that's a lot of Brazil to be number 5 is crazy. Like you got Rio down there and the coast. Like that's where 90% of the people are. I mean, even Mexico's in the top 15 at 11, 122 million.
It makes sense because I think a lot of people look at Brazil and they're like, that's a place that knows how to party. And I bet you there's a lot of expats in Brazil because of that. I mean, they're just into big butts, and they think that's like the big butt capital of the world.
I mean, even the island of Japan. I mean, Japan's a fucking island, guys. They got 126 million. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is really crazy when you think about it. It's an island.
Mm-hmm.
United Kingdom's number 22, and they're an island too. Well, England, yeah. All the UK countries are.
You're a dummy.
Yeah. They're all islands.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you start to think about it, because no one really thinks about it. Like, yeah, it's an island.
Loco.
But yeah, some little fun things,
Canada, eh? They got 36 million, eh?
That's why they can afford free healthcare, I guess.
Well, I guarantee you it's not free.
Well, you know what?
They pay
I'd rather have
for
Biff
it, dude.
set up.
They got like 35% tax. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what they're... Dude, fuck that.
Yeah. But I think I'd kind of rather have that.
Well, I mean, you think about it, like a 35-cent tax, you're looking at a Snickers bar for $2.50.
Yeah, their sales tax is ridiculous, but if you're not spending money, you're not paying that. So it's just putting a higher premium on spending. So make your choices, consumer choices better. I'd rather have that than be a small business owner that's forced into like paying, or just anyone that's forced to paying into for like if you work for yourself or you work for a company, that the company now could easily just say we don't give benefits anymore because we don't have to. The government says we don't have to, but you have to carry health care. So sorry, you know.
You want to know something funny?
Expensive. What?
Okay, we were talking about Japan, right?
Yeah.
And Japan is at, where are they at? 126 million. Now, if anybody knows and anybody see Madagascar, okay, if you guys seen that little kid show with the lion, the giraffe, the hippo, and the zebra, Madagascar has 22 million people, and that's like Madagascar is like the mainland for Hawaii. That's it. That's it. So if that tells you anything, how many people are on that fucking island? A lot.
Yeah, that's like
per density. I mean,
population density. That's a whole different discussion, right?
That's crazy.
Like, if you think about, if you get into the debate of land mass versus population density, like, there's a lot of crazy shit. Like, New York City, if you're claustrophobic, woo, like, I didn't mind it because I was used to it, but I don't think I can ever go back to that life. The elbow-to-elbow traffic. And driving in that, hell no. That's a place where you could proudly take the bus or the train wherever you go, because driving in that mess, fuck that. Even at night in the wee hours, there's still crazy traffic at times. It's madness.
They got 587,000 kilometers squared. Okay. In size, that's like 46th or 50th, something like that. Population density, and this is just me going off the rail right now. Density is 35.2 kilometers squared.
I wonder if it's a resource for latest census number.
91.1 square miles. That's it.
98?
91.1 square miles.
That's nothing.
Like I said, that's all it is.
That's
they got 22 million people in 91.1 square miles.
Well, think about it. Manhattan, I forget, it's somewhere in the millions, and Manhattan is what most people really think of when they talk about the city or New York City as the city. And width-wise, it's only about 12 miles wide, which you could walk easily. Actually, I don't think I think I'm being generous. It's not even 12 miles. I'm being way too generous. It's about, let's see, you got 12th Ave through 1st Avenue. It's only like 1 or 2 miles wide, actually. Because, it's like, and the widest part is maybe 15, 20 city blocks wide. They talk about 2 or 3 miles, 4 miles at most. That's nothing.
Here's one for you. Gross domestic product is only $37 billion. That's it. When it comes to to the U.S. GDP, I just saw it a few minutes ago. The gross product for that is $37 million. When it comes to, and I'm gonna just U.S. is third, but the gross, the GDP for the United States is 18 trillion. If that tells you anything, like how small they are with that many people.
It's funny you went there because I helped one of the kids with their economics homework recently, and I was getting into the nitty gritty of how the GDP is calculated. It's some really crazy stuff.
I mean, per capita, you're looking at for the United States is $57,000. Okay, and in Madagascar, per capita is $1,500.
Yeah, and the thing about that, that's like a median number. There's people that are zero or in a negative, and then there's the 1%ers that hog up most of the wealth. So it's like, really, how much of that is trickling down? Like, if you took away the wealth that's hogged up and doesn't circulate outside of families with wealth, you know, they're not going back into the economy, I bet you that those numbers look a little different.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like, of how small it is. I mean, one of the smallest, technically, one of the smallest countries in the world. Think about the U.S. Like, how much does the U.S. actually make, and export, import, and, you know, and all this stuff that we do. $15 trillion is a lot of money. Why are we 30 or 100 trillion dollars in debt? I don't know. Presidents are fucking retards. But it's something, or their advisors are retards, because a president does nothing except show face. They don't make up their own mind. They don't do shit. They have all their advisors do that, and they just make the best decision. That's it. And if they make a wrong decision, they're hey, whoa, Prez, wait, Prez, hey, Commander of the Army, thanks. We need to talk on this. Like, I think you should do this, and we need to do this, because if you do this, you know, and they go, yeah, well, that's a good idea, Bill. Let's do it. You know, it's something that, like the president doesn't do shit. He doesn't. That's why he only makes $100,000 a year. He don't do shit. You got to give him something, or $180,000 a year, something of that point, to where, I mean, but he's taken care of until the day he dies, with Secret Service and all that other stuff. But it's just like, damn, man, he doesn't do anything.
Yep, nice little figurehead. But yeah, see, now you got me down this rabbit hole. I was looking at the states, the population by state. So California, we know, is number one.
Oh,
they're at 39 million as of that's the estimate as of July 1st, 2015. Texas at 27. Again, no surprise. Florida's 20. They used to be the number 4th most populous state, but they've come up the past few years. New York's down from there, 19 million. Illinois is next up. Then Pennsylvania, Ohio, and then Georgia. But Georgia moved up a spot too. See, Georgia coming up. People don't sleep on us. Michigan is number 10.
Yep.
They moved down. They were number 8.
Well, we had
10.
a lot of people die in Flint recently, so that didn't help. But I don't know what I was saying.
New Jersey's right on your coattails.
I could care less. As long as I got good internet, I'll live anywhere anywhere I need to.
North Carolina took you over. They're right on the Georgia.
Good for them.
I'm not trying to start a competition. I'm just throwing it out there. New Jersey's been. You're ahead of New Jersey, so that's good. You don't want to be below the armpit of the U.S.
I don't even see what you're looking at right now.
It's another wiki. You're like, I want to see too. Well, because you were talking about it, we're gonna move on from it, but then you got me curious again.
Well, now we're gonna talk about it.
Virginia, Washington, Arizona, Massachusetts. Really interesting. The least populated. If you don't think about U.S. properties, Wyoming. Wyoming.
Morg. Props to Morg.
Wait, really? Vermont? Well, Vermont, yeah, I can get it. I totally get it. Alaska doesn't surprise me. I thought Alaska would be way in the very bottom, because you gotta really acclimate to that.
Because there's a fuck ton of people in Anchorage.
That's true, and you
gotta remember, like, when you have all those, like, you see those. You remember those shows on Discovery, like the Alaskan, the fishing king crab, and then you got the Alaskan country shows and all that stuff like that. Like,
but there's incentives too.
Alaska, like the oil stuff, like all that is counted too, and Anchorage is the hub to go anywhere in Alaska.
Well, also there's an incentive. They pay you incentives to live in Alaska because it's a difficult place to live. You know, it's so
Oh yeah,
isolated.
you can get rich as fuck if you do it right.
Yeah, if you play it out right, but you know, you gotta. It's a tough life. It's a tough life. You gotta wait longer for things to be delivered to you. You know.
No internet, by the way, guys.
There's internet. It's not that bad. Dude, can you imagine, like, completely isolated, like, not even internet, like, no way to communicate with the outside world? Oh my god. They actually surprisingly have decent internet out there.
No, they don't.
I mean, it's better than what some people have, but
Actually, that's true.
it depends where you're at.
Anchorage has gig internet, so fuck them. They have fiber, dude, up there.
I mean, if you don't mind traveling and you don't have a family or
Fiber works better in the
responsibilities,
cold for some reason, I guess.
yeah, makes sense. Most tech does, but you know, I know people that work at pipelines or they do seasonal work. They go out to Alaska for a few months, make bank, then go back to where they actually live.
Yeah, and they only have to work for like 3 months out of the year, and they're set for the whole year.
Yeah, it's a tough life, but you know.
Have you ever seen Axemen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where those loggers, they go up into Washington and into Canada and stuff like that and work, like literally, they work the logging season, which is probably about 16 to 25 weeks long, right? And then they bust their ass, get out hundreds of thousands of loads out, and then by the time they're done, each worker's probably made $100,000 or more. And then some of them have families, some of them just don't. They go back and they chill out for the winter.
And I think they work
springtime,
long hours too.
all day long, baby, all day long.
Like, they take advantage of that freaking. It's like you were talking about earlier. Were you mentioning the fishing industry too? Like all that shit, like where it's like really dangerous waters, but you get a lot of good fish.
Mm-hmm.
And people work like it's really seasonal. Like they work really hard for like a few months, and then they take the rest of the year off, or they go out to other work. But they can live off of that, you know, for a while. It's crazy, yo. But you know, if you got the body for it, like that shit could fuck you up if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? Your body can only take so much punishment, Like, part of me is curious. I'm like, I would like to try that out just to see, because I know some people that do it. And I'm like, I kind of just want to have that experience. But I'm like, yo, I'm already fucked up. All I need to do is put myself up more, you know?
Right.
But it'd be good stories to tell, you know, for generations to come. This is pretty cool. Puerto Rico is number 29. Woo woo. So, you know, it's a property in the United States. Just want to throw that out there. Very interesting looking at this list. There's some in here that I'm actually a little surprised by, and yet I'm not. Like, I'm surprised Connecticut is so far down the list, because I feel like everybody that moves out of New York either moves to Florida or New Jersey most of the time, or Pennsylvania maybe.
It's fucking Ohio.
Ohio, number 7, baby. Woo!
I love Ohio. They're great.
You're
I
fucking
don't know.
weird.
I used to have family out there. Everybody's kind of left Ohio, though. I had some friends I didn't know. Well, that's pretty cool. But I know we got to wrap up soon. I want to share some summer tips with you and our listeners.
I have a few news items, if I could hit them up real quick, and then we can share the summer tips for the end. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, like I was saying earlier, TSC, we're starting our YouTube page. We're getting the stream right now. We're gonna be doing that, but not necessarily. We are looking for some graphic designers. We do need some help on some graphic stuff for the YouTube page, for the Twitch page, for the Twitter, whatever. We could use some help. If you guys know anybody, let us know, please. You guys can send a mail, topstaresports@gmail.com, and just let us know. I mean, literally, we need some help with that stuff. So until we can actually learn how to actually do it, we got a bunch of videos coming up, and let's see, there's another one that I was, I don't remember the rest. Yes. I don't know. But you guys go check that out. If you guys could give us a follow on Twitter, on YouTube. We're creating our still doing the website, in the creation stages of that right now, and then we're going to be doing a Facebook so we can keep in contact with everybody. So we would really appreciate it if you guys give us a follow. Thank you very much for those that already are. At TSE Blades, at TSE Obi-Wan, on Twitter. We're going to be once we get things rolling and we actually have more teams and, eventually we call it a home team. Basically, we have a gaming house we'll be doing a lot of Instagram and stuff like that in the future. But we're going to have fun. So, and of course, NSFW, like I was saying earlier, we are going to be doing one live show per month. And more likely that live show will be the pay-per-view. Now, we still have plans to do more shows, but we're going to be recording the other 3 and then posting them on YouTube on Saturday is what we're going to be doing. The live shows will be on Saturdays. We just got to kind of think about, we're shuffling things around because Oolong he got a job, so he's going to be working some, and then we're going to be doing this on the, kind of in between. So bear with us, guys. We really appreciate you guys supporting us with NSFW, which is Not Safe for Wrestling podcast, right here exclusively on geekyantics.net. And we really appreciate it. So we'll be having him. He'll be here on HorsePLAY Live, hopefully next week. We might have to make a third window, Yogi. Or I need to get that third window.
I put a new overlay.
Yeah.
Some new
but
stuff
I'm
in
saying
there.
I might have to get that third window overlay out. So,
Okay, remind me and I'll tweak it, because I tweaked the one you were using. Did a lot of little touch-ups to it.
Okay.
So.
But that's all I got, guys. For those that are supporting us, we really appreciate you very much. Thank you. All the retweets, thank you guys. That does mean a lot. Even my personal Twitter, I really appreciate that I can tweet something out and you guys hit it up really fast. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. But for now, when news comes out, we'll let you know, or I'll let you know, and it'll probably be right here on HorsePLAY Live. If not, it'll be on NSFW, depending on where we're at and what shows we're doing. So be looking for the next show to come out here. I believe we're going to do a live show this Sunday. Hey, I know who that is. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. Yes, you're really late. We only have 8 minutes left in the show. But damn, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Wow. You said have a live show?
Oh, yeah. We're probably going to be doing a live show on Sunday because the WWE draft is on Tuesday. So we will be actually drafting our lineups. Okay, I'm going to be choosing for SmackDown, and Fatal is going to be choosing on the side of Raw. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be picking our lineups. We're going to be getting on WWE.com. We'll actually be showing it and actually seeing who's picking what, and actually we're going to be drafting our own lineups. So hopefully you guys can join us for that, just because it'll be fun. And if you guys want to throw your lineup on there, the reason we say this, you guys can go to WWE.com. Go and get the WWE Network. It's only $9.99. You get it for the first month for free, so you get it for 2 months for $10. Okay, this is what you can do. You can go draft your own, okay, and then you can put it up on Facebook. You can put it up on Twitter, so other people can see your draft compared to their draft. So it's really cool, guys. So go check that out, WWE.com. The WWE Network. So again, I know a lot of people don't have money. I don't either. But it's a $9.99 a month, and you get the first month for free. So you basically, like I said, you're getting 1 for 2. You're paying for 1, you're getting 2. Yes, there you go.
Yes, good deal. There's a lot of content on there too. Like, I haven't been able to really dig into it because I don't want to give Comcast more money, but I'm tempted. I'm looking there. I
see you jumping on there every now and then.
Yeah, there's a nice catalog, man.
They keep sending us emails saying, "Did you log in from this computer?" Yes. I'm like, so we look at the IP address, Georgia. Yep, it's Yogi.
By the way, I will probably spend some of that bandwidth money. Hopefully, if all goes well, tomorrow or later today, depending how you look at it. And I'm gonna play some retro style games. Axiom Verge, I'm thinking. Maybe I'll play some more Dark Souls. We'll see what we're in the mood for. But I also got a new game that was recommended to us by our friends over at Tadpog. Tyler and Dave Play Old Games, which is Shower with Your Dad Simulator. Yeah.
Oh my
really classy
god.
Game.
Oh my god. No, it's not.
Really
Oh,
classy game. It's a very educational game. So I gotta make sure that Twitch isn't gonna be tight as about it, because there is pixelated genitalia.
What
But,
did you? Oh, it's streamed already, so it's whatever. What did you just talk about before your showering with Dad?
Showering with Dad
No,
Simulator.
what did you talk about before
2015.
that?
Oh, the summer tips.
Okay,
That's
I
what
had
we're gonna close off
something-
with.
I had something to say, but I don't.
Oh, I was talking about the Retro Friday stream.
Oh yes. For those that know, and I know you know what it is, it's where you can get like Sonic and you can get all the old school games on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
For the old school stuff, like
Yes.
you talking about the Mega Drive Genesis Ultimate Collection.
No, there's something that Oolong has on his computer, and he can play all the old games and shit.
Talking about the emulators?
Yes, he's going to be putting all the emulators on my computer. So when you do Retro Friday, let me know, because I might get on if I have the game. I'll get on and we'll record it and have because then we can make some more videos. Because like right now, all we're doing right now is getting shit ton of footage for a crap ton of videos.
Yeah, if we can get the net play working and we can play some of those 2-player or 4-player games. What?
And then we could have it, and then we could do it like a gang night or something like that. Just because like we're both busy, we both do a whole bunch of stuff. Right now we're kind of doing other things, so it's kind of, why not? So let us know.
Oh, and TC just gave us a good PSA about Twitch, that they're going to be streaming the Republican and Democratic conventions. So during that time, we probably want to avoid Twitch, I'm guessing, because, chat's already toxic enough as it is without politics. I agree, BFT. So that's going to be scary.
I'm going to go in there just to watch to see what happens. That's all.
It's going to be freaking madness.
I'm going to mute the stream because I don't want to hear that shit. I don't care. I already know who I'm voting for, so it doesn't matter.
I'm voting for Ron Perlman because I like his voice.
We're actually, Blade said he might do it too, but we're actually
Are there any Puerto Rican candidates? Because they'll automatically get my vote.
No. What I'm starting in town here is with the younger age, because we really don't care what it is. But I'm trying to get a whole bunch of people, when they go in to vote, write in on the ballot, cross the other two off, write in on the ballot Snoopy, and then check the box. Because just to see how many people actually do it. That's what that's who I'm voting for, is Snoopy, man.
The only problem with those write-ins is that it doesn't, like, write-ins are cool, but it still makes it so that the main ticket candidates are going to have a better chance of winning. So, like, vote independent or something else, ideally. But that is, I mean,
no, Snoopy.
If anybody can agree for Snoopy, hey, Snoopy or Woodchuck? That's the question.
Snoopy. Woodchuck is the vice.
He's the vice.
Yes.
You know what that reminds me of? I really used to like the Snoopy viewfinders.
Vote for Pokemon.
Where it was like it had like the nice 3D effect, and my favorite one was when Snoopy did the whole Red Baron routine, where he would fly in his doghouse and just shoot things and then crash. I know, random thoughts.
Oh,
Anywho,
shit. You wasn't lying, bro.
as we wrap up, and summer's, we got a little bit of time left in summer. We want to do a couple more did you knows. Did you know that RWI is a thing? What is RWI, you asked, Obi? I'm glad you asked, Obi. It's recreational water illness, and it's a very common thing that people don't realize is a thing. It can cause diarrhea, fevers, and other things. And it happens when you ingest pool water. It's very serious, folks. Be careful getting that pool water in your mouth.
Oh my God!
You get it in your mouth.
Kids pee.
Spit it out, yo.
Yeah, I can't. We need to stop talking.
Also, did you know that drowning is the 5th cause of unintentional injury? There's a list of intentional injury, but this is unintentional. Drowning is up there, top 5, yo. So, be safe this summer. Make sure your kids are attended, because nothing kills hanging out in the public pool more than people ignoring their kids. Like, come on.
Like, when you say public pool, like, all I can think about is some little fucking rat bastard just pissing in the pool, and then you go under going, ugh, and you spit out a whole bunch of, ugh.
Now, I say public pool, not community pool. I'm talking about, like, if you're if you have a membership in a country club, or live in a community that has its own pool, like, it's open to that community, but not the general public, you know what I mean? Because community pools, like, yo, back in the days maybe, but like, ugh. Like, you find some logs floating in a community pool, like, yep.
Like, I can say honestly, the pool that we have here is actually really nice, but you're only allowed to use it if you live here, and like, they're strict on it. Like, you have to bring a pass, and you have to actually, like, to get a pass, you actually have to be at the office, and the pass only lasts for a week. You know, it's like you have to re-up, and you can't re-up unless you live here. You know, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of like apartments, like communities and stuff like that have pools. You know, closed gate community apartment complexes. That's what they do. They do the little pass system. Mm-hmm. That's cool, because then, like, it's a barrier to entry, and, you know, they'll do routine pass checks. That's good. Like, gate it a little bit, because if it make it too easy for people to go into the pool area, like, you have people that don't even live in the neighborhood going to the pool. It's like all kinds of crazy shit,
right.
You know.
Right.
People that don't live in the area, like, what's the first thing they do? Like, oh, let's walk in the pool. Why not?
Right.
Bap.
Now, guys, we do want to make sure that you guys know, if you guys have any you know what, send us something, guys. Here's another call to action for you. I want you guys to go to your cell phone, type in this number, 646-801-2149. 646-801-2149. Send us a text, or even, hell, send us a voicemail, and tell us one of your dreadful pool experiences. It could be dreadful, it could be wonderful. Whether
we got a floater.
Whether you were sitting at a pool and you finally opened your eyes because you were sleeping in the sun and you seen some hot bitch coming for you, and then she turned around and you had a boner. I mean, it doesn't matter. Send us your stories, guys. We want to know them, okay? Tell us what you guys think about all these, or if you guys have any do's or don'ts or whatever we just did tonight, send us those too. We want to hear it. The number again, 646-801-2149. You can call, voicemail, or text. Okay, so don't forget it, guys. You guys remember, HorsePLAY Live is everywhere you can listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com, Google Play, Music, iTunes, Player FM, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. Please take a few minutes to thumbs out, favorite, subscribe, hell, even share, guys. It's lovely. If you guys can leave us some comments on reviews, anywhere that you can leave them, we would very much appreciate it. We love comments and reviews. Even if it sucks, tell us, hey, you guys suck, so we can change it. We can change up. We can evolve. We can get better for you guys. It's quick. It's easy. It really helps us out. You have no idea. For all those that are pimping our content out, we appreciate you very much. Much love. You guys like eye candy? We got it on YouTube too, youtube.com/Geeky Antics, and of course a twitch.tv/Geeky Antics replay. Here on Geeky Antics Network, in collaboration with All Games Radio, we have tons of shows that we cover, guys. And there's a wide spectrum of topics. We can't possibly cover them all. So to go find your favorite podcast, go to geekyantics.net/schedule. You can also see our flagship show on our Twitch profile and aggregate feed over at geekyantics.net/podcasts. Don't forget, guys, the intro. And I'm not saying this shit because I already told you once. Technoax.com. Techno with a K. Go to it now. Check it out. For now, guys, if you guys listen to us on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power Ranking Show is followed up by the Knuckleballer Radio at its new time every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys are saying, what the hell? Where's B-Team Podcast? They're at Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, and they're both on our unofficial sister network, All Games Radio Network. Yogi, you got any latest words?
No, I think you covered everything. You connect with me. I'm YogiZilla everywhere. I've been doing too much gaming lately. Hopefully, in a few weeks, that could change. I did poke my head in on a Division. I like where they're taking that game, and I play a little tiny bit of Overwatch. So if you want to add me on Xbox Live, I'm YogiZilla on there. YogiZilla on Twitter. Probably the best place to catch me. Tumblr. I'm still updating that. Instagram. That's where we can connect. And stay tuned on geekyantswers.net. We're going to have a bunch of new articles coming out. Also some stuff in my personal blogs. Look us up, Geeky Antics or YogiZilla. Give us a Google search or Bing search, whichever one you prefer. And look us up. Let's connect.
Definitely. You guys can check me out. Now, the only one that is different is my Twitter, at TSEObi1. If you guys are live, you can see that right on the overlay. But everything else is Obi1X2. Go check me out, guys. We both, he didn't say it, but we both have battle nets too. So make sure that you guys go check us out on battle.net. Mine is TSEObi1 at our hashtag 1947 it's YogiZilla hashtag 1722. But for now, guys, this Obi1X2 over there, that's YogiZilla. We'll see you guys next week. Peace. Later.
Whoa. Whoa. Fancy.
You liked that shit, didn't you? Play the fucking music. See you guys. That outro is so crazy. Again, guys, for those that are live, we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Few of you guys, Tiger Claw, BFT, really, we love you guys. Thank you very much. Again, we'll see you guys next week. Remember, Sunday, it's not confirmed. Watch my Twitter at TSEObi1 and just we'll tweet it out. And of course, thanks. We'll see you guys. Peace.
And remember, don't gargle with the pool water.
Yes, and watch where the fuck you're going on Pokemon Go. Use your goddamn blinkers.